Hi, so this Henry Wolford welcomes to the Africans #1 YouTube channel. And so today, like I shared with you earlier on other episodes, I will be bringing you more updates on the issue of Dr. Congo or DR Congo. Congo is part of the continent of Africa, and Congo is also known as one of the poorest countries on the surface of the planet Earth. Actually, Congo is not a poor country. It is the mismanagement and bad governance and not fighting for the best of the country by the so-called political leaders is the cause of where the state of Congo is. And so as I was saying to you that Congo is one of the countries that have a lot of natural resources and natural minerals. Talking about gold, talking about bauxite, talking about lithium, talking about cobalt, and also have you many more that you can ever imagine. Now, upon the research I've made, it is stated clearly that Congo as a country is the #1 leading natural mineral embezzled country in cobalt. You know, cobalt is one of the natural resources that is used in the production of alloys. When I say alloys, anything you can ever think that is used for finishing, painting, and what have you. It is also used to manufacture magnetic components. And so any other sound, music, mobile phone, anything that needs a sound to play, and so many electronic gadgets, cobalt is needed. But Congo, yet, is poorest in the entire world. It is very sad. I am concerned because I am an African. And so today, Congo is currently trending because of one of the very heartbreaking rising matters, which is an organized coup by one of their country's official, namely Christian Mulanga. Christian Mulanga has been one of the officials in Congo, and anytime a coup is planned, it is only two things that comes to mind. Number one, either the person wants to take over the country for a better governance or to defend the country's state. And the other thing is for their self-gain. But then I'm sure in this 21st century, where Congo as a country has gotten to, needs a total liberation to start using its natural resources that are blessings that God have actually given them to start doing something very great. And so upon the information that have reached us and we have been reviewing, Christian Mulanga, a Congolese who is based in the United States of America, with a son, Marcel Mulanga, have been invited by the father, plotted a coup, and I'm sure it backfired. They equally wants to do what? Our hero of Africa, Ibrahim Traoré, the president-elect by himself, a military takeover in the Burkina Faso. And so far, he's been doing so well. So I don't know if it's the same thing they want to do. If it is, as an African, I'm concerned about the growth of Africa, Africa's liberation from colonial mentality. We need a mental liberation. We need to emancipate from our mental slavery. Our colonial masters have colonized Africa from the ages till today. And as you and I are talking, as I'm communicating to you right now, they have repackaged it in an educational form, using all kinds of strategy to oppress Africa, to make sure that Africa does not come to the limelight. But it is a lie. It is a lie. They lie bad. The tree will say, Omubwa, and the airways will say, Lakpai, Majojogo. It will never happen. And so today, I want to take you to Congo on the rising matters of the coup issue. And according to the info reaching me and watching the video of the people that have been executed according to the news, I personally took time to count the people that were shown in the video. They said uh, 3 foreign nationals plus some other 34 citizens have been arrested and will be executed. But the people that have been executed in the video were more than the number. So my question is, where are the rest? There are rumors that the son of Christian Mulanga, Marcel, is not dead. The guy is still alive with his friends because the American government have been able to defend them. But my question is, if they have been able to defend their citizens to preserve their life, Africa, what are we doing? I have some few questions for you and I to look at this moment. And so, that's my question. How does the killing of these young souls end the eternal problem of DR Congo? Or is it going to bring some liberation to the country or trouble? According to my personal opinion, I don't think taking the life of those young people has the ability to correct the issue of Congo. We have politicians, which in other words, people will call politicians. We have some of them stealing from the nation's coffers. Some of them doing very diabolic and evil links. And it is even revealed that there is a landing and a takeoff secret zone that have been created for aircraft landing somewhere in a deep forest in Congo. And what they bring into the country and what they take out of the country, no one knows. I told you that the master plan of our colonial masters is always to make sure that they bring ethnicical war, as it is recorded that in the 1960s, since Congo have gained independence, there have been ethnicical war, even up to today. And it is recorded by Amnesty International, which I'm currently a member, that about 1.6 to 1.8 million women are always raped and sexually assaulted in this country, Dr. Congo, DR Congo. But yet, these are not the matters, because a coup is plotted against a president. But this is my question after my first question. Why would someone plan a coup? Why would they have the bold courage to come into the presidential palace? Could it be that the president is not doing its work well? If the president is doing its work well also, then why is it that we are not seeing advancement in Congo? There is no proper housing infrastructure, no good health facilities for people. When you watch the documentary of Congo on air, it's so heartbreaking. African unite, United States of Africa. We need to make sure that this dream comes to a reality. Why am I saying this? It will help for us to be concerned about other African nations and come together with a force to also build the continent of Africa. Mr. President of Congo, please and please, this is not a right route that you took with your judiciary system. These young people could have been used through imprisonment. That is fine. Hard labor. If there are national farms, if there are projects that people are paid to do, push them to do it. Take them to the correctional center. Americans, according to the rumor, have been able to what? Preserve the life of their citizens. But we Africans, we are killing our own. It is very sad and very heartbreaking. As you can see the videos on your screen, this is what happened. And my second question, and it's heartbreaking, even though we have some of these laws all over the world, human beings are actually prepared to hold guns, to look into the face of their fellow and shoot them in the face, put bullets through their bodies and take their lives and take their souls. Very painful and very sorrowful. I want to say boldly that bloodshed is not any form of finding solution to Africans' poverty, Africans' challenge, but rather breaking away from the Western mentality of colonizing Africa. They are building their continent for their children's children. They are building their countries. They are making sure that their country is beautiful. You know, if someone will keep giving you whilst you have not paid their old debts, and they still have the courage to be giving you more money, indirectly, what it means is that they are getting something from you that you don't have an idea, or they want to succumb you into certain agreements that you may have no option. It is said that a borrower is like a slave unto the lender. And so as far as they keep giving us aid, they call it, they will continue to colonize us. Why don't we rise? Why don't we build what we have? The Creator knows why He has deposited all these natural resources and minerals in the land and in the continent of Africa. They always want theirs to be good, and ours not good. It is very sad. It is very sad. As such, bloodshed can never solve the problem of Africa. Devil on those young people. And I want to say this boldly. I'm not sure the families of these people, these young people, and the youth will just be seated like that. Human beings prepared actually to put gun on their fellow human being and kill them with bullets in the name of gunshots. That tells you that we have a race of people who have the ability to kill. So a time is coming, Mr. President of Congo, if care is not taken, same people on the day they'll emancipate from their mental slavery, they will carry those same guns and they will point it at you and your people. And it shall be long, but rather let us rise together as people and build this continent to reflect the beauty of the world. They don't necessarily have to keep Africa in this condition by mentally enslaving us to reach where they have to reach. We have things to exchange. We need one another. But what is the Western world exercising power and authority over Africa because of their greed? What the British colonial masters did to Africa have been a great and a perpetual impediment on Africa that it will take a lot of work for us to emancipate from it. The United Kingdom have a gold storage, yet they don't have much. But they have colonized Africa, and it is so sad that our leaders, instead of them to rise, self-inferiority complex have caused them to sell out their values for monies that cannot buy the destiny and the future of the continent of Africa. Kudos to Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso for whatever he is doing. As you can see on your screens, it is said that this tomato factory is operational, and then he has also paid off the debt of their country and many more he's doing. Kudos to him. And other news, also there's an update that Mali have also seized over $240 million worth of gold in tons from the Canadian mining company. This is crazy. Kudos to Mali. And they should keep fighting for their rights. I don't believe that we can achieve nothing if we don't fight. We can only achieve when we fight for what belongs to us. Until when would we continue to kill our own people and destroy our own continent in the name of selfish greed and individual gain? Many more updates I'll give to you, I'll bring to you. But before you go, stay behind and watch the compilation of the various videos that are trending on the internet of the lifestyle of the American young man, Marcel Malanga, his life in the United States, how happy, how sporty he is when he landed in the country of Congo, how everything went, and the updates on the internet, so that you will also be informed. And don't forget, after you watch the video, share your thought, your view, and your comments under the comment section. And let's come together to build a better and a united Africa for a better future and a better harmonious world. It is possible we can build Africa. I am Pan-Africanist. I believe in Africa. And I also believe in the world's harmony. Not only Africa. As far as Africa must be great, the United States must be great, Canada must be great, the Western must also be great. But this mentality of killing or of destroying one to amass wealth, I don't think is the best prescription for humanity. Everybody deserves an equal right. I am not against anybody, but I am against a wicked man who does not want Africa to grow. So thank you. I will see you on the next episode in other development matters. We will make Africa great. Thank you. The Africa's #1 YouTuber, Henry Wolford. Don't forget to subscribe.
I am Brittany Sawyer, the mother of Marcel Malu Malanga, who is also the son of Christian Malanga. His father was absent most of the time in Marcel's life due to constantly being out of the country. My grandparents helped raise Marcel due to the fact that me and Christian were never married. His father missed important milestones in my son's life, such as learning to ride a bike, starting school, graduating high school, and going off to the university. It was a disappointment to Marcel. Marcel is a normal American 22-year-old boy from Utah who loves his friends and family. He enjoys hanging out with his friends and going on adventures. He found his faith in Jesus Christ when he was 19. He volunteers as a youth football coach and he works construction. He is a caring son, brother, grandson, nephew, and friend who has a giving heart. Marcel is well known and he makes a positive impact on those around him. When Marcel was a young teen, his father invited him to Europe to spend some time with him. It was not a positive experience, as his father was too preoccupied with his business adventures to focus on Marcel's well-being. Marcel felt disconnected and uncertain about his father during this trip. Marcel's father had anger issues where he would get violent with Marcel. So at the time, Marcel had contacted me and he had asked to come home, and I knew I had to get Marcel home immediately. The second time Marcel went to visit his father was in 2021, after he graduated high school. The family and I were so concerned about Marcel. He was upset, depressed, and he just wanted to come home. There is no way Marcel knew he was going to be part of this coup. Marcel doesn't speak the language. He has no experience or training to be involved in something like this. He has his own dreams and ambitions, and he could never become president of the Congo. And whatever happened that night, I believe that his father manipulated and forced him into doing that. Marcel was not interested in his father's political ambitions. In Marcel's eyes, that is what took away from his time with his father. My son is not a criminal or a terrorist. Marcel is not a threat. He is not his father, and now he is being punished for his father's mistakes. To the Congolese justice system, I am asking you to please treat my son fairly. To the president, Felix Tshisekedi, I understand what this has done to your country and the many families impacted by Christian's mistake. I am coming to you as a mother to reassure you that my son and Tyler Thompson are not a threat to your Congolese government or the Congolese people. I'm asking you, President, to please pardon the boys to bring them back to the U.S. From Marcel's whole family and I, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.